listeners. Hello, one and all. It's a Monday night, and here we are. It's what we do. And I always ramble and yak a little bit right at the top of the live stream so my wife can level me up and straighten me out. That woman's been straightening me out for 48 years, and I ain't straight yet. Y'all don't know what straight is, do you? Straight. That's a low country geechee kind of a tang, kind of a ting. She's doing something over there
I'm sorry.
on
I'm
the
sorry
YouTube
for the.
on the YouTube side. I don't know
I'm
what she's
sorry.
doing. We are live on Facebook and we are live on YouTube. A little bit better signal on YouTube because our phones are so weird. They won't let me run two separate audio streams online, so we have to have one stream online from this uh, expensive microphone and the other one from a directional wireless direct to the phone thing. External microphone. Anyway, don't get me started.
Everything's
What's that?
okay. Everything's okay.
Rainy day here on the farm. I stayed inside all day except to go check the rain gauge. And I said it's a rainy day. Why wouldn't I start with a Gordon Lightfoot song called Rainy Day People? Rainy day people always seem to know when it's time to call. Rainy day people don't talk, they just listen till they heard it all. Rainy day lovers don't lie when they tell you they've been down like you. Rainy day people don't mind when you cry a tear or two. If you feel lonely, all you really need is a rainy day love. Rainy day people all know there's no sorrow they can't rise above. Rainy day lovers don't love any others, that would not be kind. Rainy day people all know it hangs on your peace of mind. Rainy day lovers don't lie when they tell you they've been down like you. Rainy day people don't mind when you cry a tear or two. Rainy day people always seem to know when you're feeling blue. High step strutters who land in the gutters sometimes need one too. Take it or leave it, try and believe it. If you've been down too long, rainy day lovers don't hide love inside, they just pass it on. Rainy day people always seem to know when you're feeling blue. High step strutters who land in the gutters sometimes need one too. Take it or leave it, and try and believe it. If you've been down too long, rainy day people don't hide love inside, they just pass it on. Rainy day lovers don't hide love inside, they just pass it on. Gordon Lightfoot, no, we're not going to do all rainy day songs. But I will do one more. I hadn't done Rainy Day People in a long time, and I got scared that I wouldn't remember the words, and so I did print it out. Gordon Lightfoot, of course, and another Gordon Lightfoot Rainy Day song. How we doing, little mom?
Doing fine.
Doing okay? This is the first big hit record Gordon Lightfoot had as a songwriter. First recorded, of course, in Canada, but picked up quickly by Peter, Paul, and Mary. In the early morning rain, with a dollar in my hand and an aching in my heart, and my pockets full of sand. I'm a long, long way from home, and I miss my loved ones so. In the early morning rain, with no place to go, out on runway number 9, took 707 set to roll. I'm stuck here on the ground where the pavement ever grows. Now the whiskey tasted good, and the women all were fast. There she goes, my friend, she'll be rolling down at last. Hear the mighty engine roar, see the silver bird on high. She's away and westward bound, high above the clouds, and she'll fly where the morning rain don't fall, the sun always shines. She's flying over my home in about 3 hours time. This old airport's got me down, it's nowhere to look good to be. I'm stuck here on the ground, cold and drunk as I might be. You can't jump a jet plane like you can a freight train, so I'll be on my way in the early morning. You can't jump a jet plane like you can a freight train, so I'll be on my way in the early morning. Gordon Lightfoot. Boy, what a great songwriter. I could play Gordon Lightfoot all night. And, you know, we lost him last year. And I did a special program, and it might still be on, I have to look. It might be on YouTube, and it might still be on Facebook. But I did a whole show remembering Gordon Lightfoot and all of his great songs. 23 songs, if memory serves. 23 songs I've been singing all those years. Gordon Lightfoot. I could play Gordon Lightfoot all night long. Sweet Guinevere, you're off to the coal town tonight. Your young brother Ernie's in Pittsburgh, PA. You know mother loves you and dad's in the mine. Oh, no, I'm not going to do it. Gordon Lightfoot. Guys, let us know where you're listening from. It's always a curiosity for us to see who's listening from where. And thanks so much for being with us. Let's do a couple of the songs here. I have a few requests, a few Irish tunes. I shall now do an Irish tune. We have a few Irish tunes, including a song from the Fury Brothers for our friends Steve and Joy. I bet they're on out the Cherry.
Yes, they are.
I think Steve and Joy have not missed a single one of our streams since the first of the COVID. Probably, if I had to guess, it was March of 19. Is that when the COVID started, Cherry?
It was March. Well, it started earlier, but
It was
it started
2020. It
closing
was
down in
2019.
March.
Yeah,
2020.
2020. Who knew? Thank goodness it's a long time ago now. But maybe 2020. But the month of March, right after Patty Day, we shut it down, and I didn't do any more gigs for 10 weeks or so, 8 or 10 weeks. I don't remember. Cheers, friends. Cheers. Here's to you. Here's to me. Let's stay in touch. Cheers. Next song was written by my friend Harry O'Donoghue. I first went to Ireland in 1997 on Harry's tour. He needed help with the music, and thank goodness he invited me to come along. And of course, I got hooked on going to Ireland, and I went with Harry for several years and his whole crew of people, the Harry Heads, and we had a grand time. And at some point, a group of friends here in Carolina asked me to take them on a tour, and I started doing my own tours. And we go now every year, sometimes twice a year. We are going this June, 18 through 27. If you want to go with us, please let me know soon. Sometime in March, we'll have to cut it off because we have to pay for all the hotels and pay for the airline tickets in advance. And I think we have to do that in March, the middle of March, something like that. I'm hoping we can wait till after Patty Day because some people may want to sign on at the last minute. But here's the reason this poster's behind me, this thing right here, is because if you want to go with us, let me know. My friend Harry O'Donoghue is from Drogheda in the east of Ireland, the county Louth, just north of Dublin City. And he wrote a song years ago now about returning home to Ireland. And the name of the song is How's It Going? How's it going? How's the form? How's the crack? And of course, the crack in Ireland is a Gaelic word, Craic, and it's the Gaelic word for the levity and fun and laughter and music that we have in the pubs. And they would say there, the crack was mighty last night at the pub. There's an old song called The Crack Was 90 on the Isle of Man. But crack is a different word over here in this country. It has all kind of meanings, including if you're a plumber. You know what I'm saying? How's it going? How's it going? How's the form? Let's have a pint of stout or a whiskey to keep us warm. How's it going? How's the crack? I've been away so long, it's great to be back. I've been away so long, it's great to be back. Could be winter, spring, or summer. Scene is still the same. Crowding in the bar, far ajar before getting on the plane. And the hair stands up on the back of your neck as the plane flies through the night. Cause you know that you'll be home again by dawn's early light. Saying, how's it going? How's the form? Let's have a pint of stout or a whiskey to keep us warm. How's it going? How's the crack? I've been away so long, it's great to be back. You've already been back over 2 weeks. Doesn't time really fly? And you put away so much of the stuff you could have drank like and dry. So you make the best of the time that's left. Pack up your bags and then head for the plane through the tears and the rain, and you can't wait to do it again. How's it going? How's the form? Let's have a pint of stout or a whiskey to keep us warm. How's it going? How's the crack? I've been away so long, it's great to be back. I've been away so long, it's great to be back. How's it going? How's the form? How's the crack? How we doing over there, Mom?
Good.
Hey guys, my good wife is doing all the tech for us every Monday night. She makes sure that we're tuned in and framed up on Facebook on one of the smartphones.
Yeah, June Ross said that it wasn't very audible. Still it's good in Florida, Tom Brickington said.
Okay. It depends on whether you're on. Sometimes you have to turn your. Someone said from upstate South Carolina said it wasn't very audible. I don't know if. I'm looking at the stream here. I don't know anything I'm
Well, that
doing.
would have been yours. It's Facebook.
Okay, then it's on this
It's on Facebook.
on Facebook. Then it's on the external microphone. So
Right. She might try, tell her to try the YouTube link.
try the YouTube link and see if it's the same. If you want to tune that in, or Cherry, ask if anyone else. If anyone else are listening on Facebook, if it's okay, sometimes it's your device needs to be turned up or this or that.
Charles Dresser said it's fine.
Charles, Professor Tresser, are you listening on Facebook or YouTube? I bet he's listening on YouTube. I mean on Facebook. All right, friends, we'll work through this. Thanks for being with us. Every time we think we have it all worked out, Facebook or our smartphones, mostly our smartphones, will outsmart us and change the process. We used to always do a microphone stream through the preamps and straight into Facebook. And once we started doing two streams, Facebook wouldn't accept our audio stream. We had to buy an external mic. What's up with that? Mark Zuckerberg? No, it's the smartphone. See, so it's what's his name? It's all his fault. It's smartphone. Apple's fault. It's Apple's fault. They're both iPhones. We have two phones running two streams. All right, friends, glad to have you with us. Let's do a song instead of talking about streams and such. Oh, if our friends Steve and Joy are on, let's do their song. What do you say? I did promise to do another Irish tune. This is from the Fury Brothers. Anybody remember this song called The Red Rose Cafe? We opened a music venue in Charleston, Isle of Palms. We were looking at another place in Mount Pleasant before we went to the Isle of Palms for our venue. And I was going to call the bar the Red Rose Cafe and have a red rose on every table every night, and you can take it home with you. The Red Rose Cafe was going to be an Irish pub, but we already had a logo with our mermaid playing the Irish harp, and so we decided to go with that. And so the cafe on the Isle of Palms was called Ocean Song Cafe. Ocean Song. Well, we were at the beach, and so Ocean Song Cafe is what we ended up doing. But I've been doing this song, The Red Rose Cafe, for a lot of years. Joy requested this, Cherry. That's who requested it. I'm from the farms and the factories too. They'll all soon forget who they are. Cares of the day are soon washed away as they pull up a chair at the bar. Girl with green eyes and the Rolling Stone shirt doesn't look like she works on the land. The man at the end is a very good friend of a man who sells cars secondhand. Down at the Red Rose Cafe in the harbor, there by the port just outside Amsterdam. Everyone shares in the songs and the laughter. Everyone there is so happy to be there. Salesmen relax with a few pints of beer, and they try not to speak about trade. The poet won't write any verses tonight, but he may sing a sweet serenade. So pull up a chair, forget about life. It's a good thing to do now and then. And if you like it here, then I have an idea. Tomorrow, let's all meet again. at the Red Rose Cafe in the harbor. There by the port, just outside Amsterdam. Everyone shares in the songs and the laughter. Everyone there is so happy to be there. Down at the Red Rose Cafe in the harbor. There by the port, just outside Amsterdam. Everyone shares in the songs and the laughter. Everyone there is so happy to be there. Sung that song many's the time, but not in that key. Wrong key. Make a note to yourself, old buddy roll. There it is. Do it in the right key next time. You know, didn't we play at the Harp and Thistle in St. Pete Beach? And then at the other place in St. Pete Beach, Danny and his wife owned that other place at St. Pete Beach. What was the name of it, Steve? I think it was Grace O'Malley's. I think that's what it was, at St. Pete Beach. And sang that song many's the time, especially down there. And that's where I met Steve Edwards and his wife Joy back in the day. How we doing, Mom?
I think everything's fine.
Okay.
Osteens are on.
Huh?
The Osteens are on.
Oh, good. Gary Osteen and Audrey are on. Good. You know what song they would be requesting right now? What's the one they always wanted to hear?
Carolina Moon.
Carol. Oh, that's right. Yes, they would.
Go.
Yes, they would.
A couple of requests.
Okay. Our friends Audrey and Gary live down in Georgia now, North Georgia, but they're from Whiteville, North Carolina. And the guy who wrote the song that became Carolina Moon, the original title was Alabama Moon, but I talked him into letting me record it as Carolina Moon, because I'm from Carolina, and so is he originally. He now lives in Alabama for no apparent reason. My buddy Mike Hooks. Anyway, let's do it. Carolina Moon for Audrey. She's the one that likes it so much. Recorded this, I guess, on the Roots and Wings CD. I reminisce about the girl I miss. I left her home. Now she's all alone. I dream of you beneath the Carolina moon. Stars in the sky accentuate her eyes on soft summer nights, chasing fireflies. I dream of you beneath the Carolina moon. I've been on my own too doggone long, got to share that moon with you. Sweet southern air blowing through her hair, homemade ice cream, front porch rocking chair. I dream of you beneath the Carolina moon. Magnolia night, gentle willow weeping, one stolen kiss while your dad is sleeping. I dream of you beneath the Carolina moon. I've been on my own too doggone long got to share that moon with you. Magnolia night, gentle willow weeping, one stolen kiss. While your dad is sleeping, I dream of you beneath the Carolina moon. I'll see you soon. I dream of you beneath the Carolina moon. Mike Hooks wrote that song, My Friend from Nashville. Mike is from North Carolina and I'm from South Carolina, and we were working as songwriters in the publishing business in Nashville, and we like to starve to death. Anyway, but we became buddies and wrote a couple of songs together. Oh, what was that one we wrote together, Cherry? Maybe I'll try that one. Anyway, but Mike I ended up going to above Nashville, helping him run a radio station, helping to run a radio station, then to Georgia running a radio station, and then moved to Charleston in 1981. Well, Mike ended up in Auburn, Alabama, and is still there today. But Mike never got away from his Carolina roots and stayed with his band out of North Carolina, played beach music. If you know what beach music is, I love beach music, always have and always will. You remember beach music? The Poor Souls and the Drifters and the... Anyway, remember beach music? Look here, girls, I'm telling you now. Call me Loving Dan. I rock 'em and I roll 'em all night long. I'm a 60-minute man. Oh, anyway, beach music. Well, Mike now has a beach music group out of Auburn, Alabama, as a default because he lives there. But he's all that in a bag of chips in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, when they have those big beach music gatherings. His group, and you think I'm making this up, his group is called the Reverend Bubba Deliverance and the Cornhole Prophets. That's the name of his group. The Reverend Bubba Deliverance and the Cornhole Prophets. And you can look on Billboard magazine at the beach music chart. Who knew they had a beach music chart? But they do. Look on the beach music chart and you'll find him near the top of the charts all the time because Mike is a great songwriter. And he writes great songs in the beach music style. So look him up one of these days. Jim Prater wants to hear One Red Rose. Wow. While we're singing Red Rose songs, let's do that one. Jim and Julia, our friend the Praters in Columbia, South Carolina, they do house concerts. And not so long ago, they had Jack Williams, and not so long ago, they had Michael Reno Harrell. And coming up at the end of this month, I think the 25th, they have Chuck Brodsky. And I hope to be able to make that one, Jim and Julia. But Jim and Julia, I talked to Michael Reno today. He has a show in Savannah, Bloomingdale, outside of Savannah, at the Randy Wood Theater, the Pick and Parlor, in May. And I may go down and open for him and then pull together another show for him in Charleston in May. So I'll let you know. Michael Reno Harrell, some of you know him because he wrote a song called Southern Suggestions, and he wrote a song called The Nickel. I may have to do one of those songs tonight. Meantime, let's do this one for Jim and Julia. Let's see. And Reggie Barnes wants to hear Danny Boy. And Carol Germain wants to hear something healing. Cherry, what can I do that's healing? I don't know. We'll come up with something, though. Carol's my great friend down in Alabama. And we worked together in Charleston years ago now. This next song is for Jim Prater over in Columbia, South Carolina. It's called One Red Rose. It's one of those offbeat songs that no one knows about from John Prine. Of course, none of us wanted to live in a world without John Prine, but here we are. We lost him at the very top, front of the pandemic before there was even a vaccine or anything else. And how sad was that? And I know a ton of John Prine songs. I played a lot of them last week. This is one of the great John Prine songs. The story behind it is John Prine was a teenager and he went to a birthday party and he ended up in a compromising situation with a beautiful young lady, but he was young and innocent and scared and he didn't do nothing. He didn't do nothing. And he probably wishes he had, but he didn't do nothing. But he wrote this song, so I'm glad he didn't. So there'd be that. I hope I remember the words there, Jimmy. Rain came down on the tin roof, hardly a sound was left. From the birthday party, the kitchen light fell asleep on the bedroom floor. Me and her was talking softer, and all the time before I lost her, her picture sat on top of the chest of drawers. One red rose in the Bible, pressed between the holy alphabet. Probably wouldn't have believed you if you told me what I never knew, I never will forget. Rainy nights get dark real early. Her dress was soft, her hair was curly. We danced around a table to the old banjo. Rainy nights are made for lovers. We lay so still beneath the covers. And I ain't never felt like that before. One red rose in the Bible, pressed between the holy alphabet. Probably wouldn't have believed you if you told me what I never knew, I never will forget. Rain came down on the tin roof, hardly a sound was left. From the birthday party, the kitchen light fell asleep on the bedroom floor. Rainy nights are made for lovers. We lay so still beneath the covers. And I ain't never felt like that before. One red rose in the Bible, pressed between the holy alphabet. Probably wouldn't have believed you if you told me what I never knew, I never will forget. One red rose, John Prine. Now you know Jim Prater. Cherry, did you catch that? Did you catch that? Jim's a sneaky little son of a gun. I had been doing rainy night songs, and he snuck that one in on me. He snuck it in. I didn't know it was a rainy night song until I started into it. Rain came down on the tin roof. Well, there you go. He snuck it in on me, didn't he? He's a sneaky little so-and-so. Anyway. We got several other requests here, guys.
And Carroll said, just anything that you like, you can play that.
I'll do it right now for Carroll Germain,
Yeah.
our friend down in, is it Silver Springs? I think it is Silver Springs. I'm just making that up. Down in Alabama. Why wouldn't we do this one? For our friend Carroll. We worked together at the Ocean Song Cafe in Charleston years and years ago. Carroll, we closed that place, as you know, in 2006. After 4th of July, we closed it down after that busy weekend. And the landlord, the beach company down there, took it from us. They doubled my rent. How much can you charge for a freaking cheeseburger? And they doubled my rent from $4,000 a month to $8,000 a month. So we just had to shut it down. They wanted the property back, and I had no legal recourse, and so we shut it down. I don't know if you knew that's how it happened. But anyway, I closed it in 06, and Cherry and I paid it off in 2021. Finally, paid it off in full to everyone that we owed money to and all the loans we had taken out in 2021. My wife is still seriously mad at me about the whole thing. I always say, but I met so many wonderful people, and we started the songwriter, yada, yada. But my wife, she's not philosophical about the damn thing whatsoever. Look at her over there laughing at me now. She said, what a sucker you are. Anyway. I don't know why this thing sounds like it's out of tune, but I'm going to take just a second and tune it up for our friend Carroll Germain down in Alabama. There it is right there. It's always a G string, isn't it? The G string's a little loose. That's the way it always goes, isn't it? A healing song for our friend Carroll. Hope you're better soon. Hope you're better very soon. I see trees, green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and for you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue, clouds of white, the bright blessed day and the dark sacred night. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Colors of the rainbow, pretty in the sky, also in the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? We're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry, and I'll watch them grow. They'll learn much more than we'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Colors of the rainbow, pretty in the sky, also in the faces, people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? Most people will never know all the things we went through. I hear babies cry, I'll watch them grow. They'll learn much more than we'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Oh yeah. From a friend, Carroll Germain. Those were the days, trying to keep a music venue going on a barrier island in the middle of the hurricane zone. What could go anyway? What could go wrong? We'll pick up the pace with this one. What do you say? Let's do this one. A few of the song requests here I'll do for you. First, let's do this. Once a week on a Monday night, I do some kind of an earworm that's been driving me crazy on the interstate highways. Other than the 18-wheeler that tried to force me off the road yesterday, this is one of the things I've been up against on the interstate highways this week. I knew a man, Bojangles, and he danced for you. Worn out shoes, silver hair, a ragged shirt, and baggy pants. Your soft shoes, they jump so high, jump so high. Then he'd lightly touch down. Met him in a cell in New Orleans. I was down and out. He looked to me to be the eyes of age. As the smoke ran out, and he talked of life. He talked of life. He laughed, clicked his heels, and stepped. He said his name, Bojangles, and he danced a lick across the cell. Grabbed his pants, feathered stance, and he jumped so high. Then he kicked his heels, and he let go a laugh. He let go a laugh. Shook back his clothes all around. Mr. Bojangles, Mr. Bojangles, Mr. Bojangles, dance, dance. Said I danced for those in minstrel shows and county fairs throughout the South. He spoke through tears of 15 years, how his dog and him traveled about. The dog up and died. He up and died. And after 20 years, he still grieves. He said I dance now at every chance in honky-tonks, just for drinks and tips. Most of the time I spends behind these county bars. Yes, I drinks a bit. And he shook his head. He shook his head. I heard someone asking him, please, please, Mr. Bojangles, Mr. Bojangles, Mr. Bojangles, dance, dance. Boy, those of us who do this for a living can relate to that song so much. Isn't that what we do in some faraway pub somewhere, some place that we'd rather be somewhere else, and we gotta do our little freaking dance and play the brown-eyed girl one more time.
Free bird.
Oh boy, and someone in the audience screaming "Free Bird." Of course, of course. I've written several songs about being on the road. I might put the one I wrote about Gainesville, Florida. What a crazy gig that was. University Avenue, right in the heart of the college district, and it was crazy. And I didn't go on until 10:30 at night. And my first words to the audience, I used to record my gigs. My first words to the audience was screaming, "How y'all doing?" At the top of my lungs. How y'all doing? Anyway, and where do you go from there when you're going to play, Tora Lara Lara? What was the name of that bar, Cherry? It was, it's probably still there. It's probably still there. Dirty Nellies.
The devil's den or what?
Cherry said you had some other words for that bar. But Dirty Nellies. It's probably still there today. I bet it is. Who knows who owns it now, but let's change the pace a little bit, do something a little bit happier. What do you say? One of the people that we lost during the pandemic, or post-pandemic, of course, last year, was Jimmy Buffett. Let's do a Jimmy Buffett song just to change the pace. Cheers, friends, cheers. We have a request for The Water Is Wide and Danny Boy, and we'll do those for you too. But we can't do those sad songs, too many in a row, without playing something upbeat. Well, the whole thing is, Jimmy Buffett, of course, is he from Mississippi or is he from Texas? I don't know. I'll let you work this out. But when he was writing Margaritaville, his new image he was trying to create was the cosmic cowboy. And he wrote Margaritaville when he was in Texas. Most people think it was Key West. But see, Texas is margaritas and tequila and da-da-da. It's a Tex-Mex thing. But then he went back to Key West and eventually became the Key West Fairweather Pirate, the whole business. That was his image, his other image. Well, through all these other images, trying to get into the music business. But later, when he was already pretty successful, he moved from Florida to Colorado. And when he was in Colorado, he was going, what kind of a weird decision is this for me to move to Colorado? So he wrote a song called Boat Drinks. When I used to play the resorts along the coast, I did a whole body of Jimmy Buffett songs, and this is one of them, called Boat Drinks. Boat drinks, boys in the band ordered boat drinks. Visitors score on the home rink. Everything seems to be wrong. Lately, newspaper mentioned cheap airfare. I need to fly to Saint somewhere. I'm close to bodily harm. 20 degrees and the hockey game's on. Nobody cares 'cause they're way too far gone. Swimming boat drinks, something to keep 'em all warm. Something to keep 'em all warm. This morning, I shot 6 holes in my freezer. I think I got cabin fever. Somebody sound the alarm. I need to go where the pace of life is slow. Can you beam me somewhere, Mr. Scott? Any old place, on Earth or in space. You pick the century, I'll pick the spot. Boat drinks, boys in the band ordered boat drinks. Visitors score on the home rink. Everything seems to be wrong. I know I should be leaving this climate. I got a verse and can't rhyme it. I need to go where it's warm. Waitress, think I need 2 more boat drinks. I'm headed south for my dream shrinks. I got to go where it's warm. I got to go where there ain't any blow, where there ain't any snow. My fin sinks so low. I need to go where it's warm. This morning, I shot 6 holes in my freezer. I think I got cabin fever. Somebody sound the alarm. I need to go where there ain't any snow, where there ain't any blow, for my fin sinks so low. I need to go where it's warm. Boat drinks. Something with an umbrella in it. I don't know why I think about Ronnie Johnson when I sing that song. Yes, I do. How we doing over there, Mom?
Good. Greg just said that he's on the road.
Who?
Greg Knott.
Oh, Greg.
He said he's joining late tonight.
That's all right.
Catch the rewatch.
Our buddy Greg Knott is a pro photographer up in North Carolina, and he's very thorough, and he's very up to date, but he's also very old school, giving you the real analog slash digital slash the real stuff when he's creating photography for you. And we did, I don't know how many, 200 or 300, maybe 400 photos in the recording studio in Charleston and here on the farm last week. What's today? Monday, last week. And today he sent us 156 photos to use on the new album. And my wife has already put it together, Greg, at least for the album cover with some options. She's going to, did you send it already?
No.
She's going to send it to you tomorrow to say, what do you think? Because I think I have my favorite, but we'll run it by you too. And good stuff. I think the cover photo is going to have me leaning on that creosote post, that railroad tie. It looked good, and it works. It works. Man, those photos were so good. I couldn't believe how good. Because, you know, we take photos on our phone, but it's not the real McCoy, you know. Anyway, I'm going to do this song because my mother loves it. My mother's 91 years old. She'll be 92 in April, and she lives across the field from me. And let me rephrase that. I live across the field from her. She lives in the home where I grew up, and our family is positioned all around us here. We have my sister, my brother, my other sister, and my nephew, and my baby girl is going to build a house. My other niece is going to build a house. So we're surrounded here on the Brown de Rosa. I call it the Brown de Rosa. Anyway, I said that to say, every now and then my mom says that's my favorite song right there. And, you know, if your mother says that's my favorite song, and my sister will end up playing this feedback for her later. And so why wouldn't I play a song for my mother? John Denver. The name of my new album is Already Home. And the reason I'm doing that is because Good to Be Back Home Again was already taken by John Denver. There's a storm across the valley. Clouds are rolling in. Afternoon is heavy on your shoulders. There's a truck out on the 4-lane, a mile or more away. Whining of his wheels just makes it colder. He's an hour away from riding on her prayers up in the sky. 10 days on the road are almost gone. There's a fire softly burning, supper's on the stove. It's the light in her eyes that keeps him warm. Hey, it's good to be back home again. Sometimes this old farm feels like a long lost friend. Hey, it's good to be back home again. There's all the news to tell him how you spent your time. What's the latest thing the neighbors say? Your mother called last Friday. Sunshine made her cry, and they felt the baby move just yesterday. Oh, the time that I can lay this tired old body down, feel your fingers feather soft upon me, kisses that I live for, and the love that lights my way, the happiness living here with you brings me. It's the sweetest thing I know of, spending time with you. It's the little things that make a house home, like a fire softly burning, supper on the stove. It's the light in your eyes that makes me warm. Yeah, it's good to be back home again. Sometimes this old house seems like a long lost friend. Hey, it's good to be back home again. Hey, it's good to be back home again. From my sweet mother, Mary Ruth Moke Brown. Mary Ruth Moke Brown. The Mokes came to Charleston in the first part of 1700. They were indentured servants. They served out their time. They ended up with a king's grant near Lexington, South Carolina. And the patriarch of the family went off to fight in the Mexican-American Wars, and someone stole his land while he was gone, and he came home, and all I'm going to say is he took care of business. He took care of business. But then they moved to this part of the land, this piece of land, that piece of land, and now they have a piece of land for all these years in Kershaw County. Those were the Mokes, my mother's family. My father's family we know very little about, but he homesteaded this piece of land where I live in the late 1800s is the best of my guess. I don't know much about my great-grandfather, Elmore Brown, but he marked off this piece of land where we jealously and very hard after hold it together, try to keep it from getting away and keep someone from building condos on it, to this day. Anyway, this is who we are on this part of land, this part of the world, this piece of land. How we doing, Mom?
We're doing fine.
Okay.
Yep.
Cheers, friends. We shall now do another song request. Reggie Barnes, Charleston, South Carolina, Low Country of Carolina. Cheers. It's an Irish song, sort of. Danny Boy. The melody for Danny Boy started out years and years ago around World War One, previous to World War One, as a fiddle tune in what is today the town of Derry, or Londonderry, Derry, in what is today the north of Ireland, a fiddle tune, a melody, and it was sent over to London and sent over to a famous sort of moving around all the time fiddle player playing on the streets had created this melody. Later, the same melody was sent over to New York City, wound up in Tin Pan Alley, and there was a guy from England, a lawyer named Fred Weatherly from England, who was living in New York and working as an attorney, and moonlighting as a songwriter on Tin Pan Alley, New York, New York. And he wrote the lyric that we today know as Danny Boy. And it was in 1914, 1915, the same time as World War One. So, of course, 50,000 young fellows from Ireland went to fight in World War One in Europe and did not return. And so it was a huge, life changing time as we go through from time to time in our experience. But that's where Danny Boy came from. Oh, Danny Boy, the pipes are calling from glen to glen and down the mountainside. Summer's gone and all the leaves are falling. 'Tis you must go and I must bide. But come ye back when the summer grows in the meadow, or when the valley is hushed and white with snow. 'Tis I'll be here in sunshine or in shadow. Oh, Danny Boy, oh, Danny Boy, I love you so. But if you come and all the flowers are dying and I am dead, as dead I well may be, you'll come and find the place where I am lying, and you'll and say an Ave there for me, and I shall feel those soft you tread above me, and in my grave shall richer and warmer be, and you will bend and tell me that you love me, and I shall rest in peace until you come to me. Oh, Danny Boy, what a great song. Very moving. Some people think it's Irish American. And of course, it's Northern Ireland, New York, London, this, that. But what a great song. What a great song. Any other song requests, Terry Reed? We have a request for The Water is Wide, but I don't want to do it back to back with Danny Boy. So we shall do something else. What do you want to hear? Here's what we do. On my new album, which I received a final mixed and mastered copy of last week, and I'm ashamed to say I haven't sat down in the studio and listened to the whole thing yet because I've been so busy. But I plan to do it tomorrow. But one of the songs was written by my friend Richard Lee. Richard Lee in Nashville, Tennessee wrote a song called Don't It Make Your Brown Eyes Blue? He's had 8 number one songs. Big old successful songwriter and a great old friend of ours in the low country of Carolina, South Carolina. And but he's written all of these great songs, but he wrote all of these other songs that no one knows. Um, and his son was in the Cub Scouts, and he was asked to play some music at a Cub Scout gathering in Nashville, Tennessee, back in the day. And so he wrote a song for the Cub Scouts. Over the years, I've had a lot of requests for this. The name of the song is The Night They Made the First Cub Scout. The night they made the first Cub Scout. Many years ago, on this very night, some people gathered round a campfire light. Everyone was saying the world was in a mess. Not enough people trying to do their best. So they took a little blue, they took a little gold, took a little boy about 9 years old, turned him around, and lo and behold, that's how it came about. The night they made the first Cub Scout. Now they come in every size, they come in every shape, and everywhere they are, the world's a better place. Every bobcat and bear, every wolf and wee below remembers that night many years ago, when they took a little blue, took a little gold, took a little boy about 9 years old, turned him around, and lo and behold, that's how it came about. The night they made the first Cub Scout. Many years ago, on this very night, some people gathered around a campfire light. Everyone was saying the world is in a mess. Not enough people trying to do their best. So they took a little blue, took a little gold, took a little boy about 9 years old. They turned him around, and lo and behold, that's how it came about. The night they made the first Cub Scout. Somewhere on the internet, there's another verse that I never heard Richard sing.
Did you do The Water's Wide already?
No, I'm going to do it. The other verse is, I never heard Richard sing this one. Tiger cubs are new. They aren't very old. You know it won't be long till they wear the blue and gold. They'll camp and they'll discover, with the parents in tow, headed down the path that started long ago. Took a little blue, took a little gold, took a little boy of 9 years old, turned him around, and lo and behold, that's how it came about. The night they made the first Cub Scout. I never heard Richard sing. Richard and I are buddies with Ronnie Johnson and others in the low country, South Carolina. And he used to have a place on the Isle of Palms before his Divorce. It ain't funny. It ain't funny. But I never heard him sing that last verse. Somehow it came up on the internet. Anyway, what do you say, Terry? Water's wide?
Yeah, yeah.
I'll do it.
I mean, he didn't say anything. I just
Yeah.
I missed it for some reason.
We'll do it. My buddy Tom Jordan, Cherry, I sent Tom a private note saying, I'm at Tommy Condon's. You want me to pick up a shirt? Remember he said last week he had bleach on his shirt?
Yeah.
He said, what are you thinking? I wanted a Kevin Barry shirt, not a Tommy Condon shirt.
How about Tommy Condon?
So my bad, Tom. My bad, Tom. There's a little disconnect between what Cherry goes through on Monday night and what I go through on Tuesday afternoon. Anyway, but Tom requested a song called "The Water Is Wide." Let's do it. How we doing on time there, Mom? Oh,
We're getting there.
we're getting close. We're getting close. Cheers, friends. Cheers. You know who gave me this, Cherry? Who gave me this? This is the bottom of a Jameson bottle.
Yeah, I know it's cut.
Yeah, it's cut off.
Praters gave you that,
The
didn't
Praters gave me this. Jim and Julia Prater. Not that I ever drank a Jameson Irish whiskey. No, not that I ever drank a Jameson Irish whiskey. But they did give me this glass, and I use it every week. Thank you, Jim and Julia. Cheers. I talked to Michael Reno today, and he said, well, if nothing else, we need to get together and maybe, see if they have any Jameson somewhere. I said, I like the way you're thinking.
Birthday party together.
Say again?
Birthday party, don't you?
That date that they have in, Michael Reno and I have the same birthday, June 7. We have the same birthday. We should do a show together or just a party together. But Cherry, that date that they have in Savannah is like May 19 or 18, May 18, I think, is their anniversary.
Oh,
They've been married 28 years on May 18
wow.
on that day. So there'd be that. So I'm assuming that that Michael and I won't be sleeping together after the Savannah gig. What could go wrong? Anyway. How fun is that? My buddy Tom Jordan wanted to hear "The Water Is Wide." This is a great old tune. The water is wide, I can't cross over. Neither have wings to fly. Give me your boat that can carry two. Boats shall row, my love and I. Love is gentle, love is kind, sweet as flower when first it's new. When love grows old and it waxes cold and fades away like the morning dew. There is a ship, she sails the sea. She's loaded deep, as deep can be, but not as deep as the love I'm in. I know not how I sink or swim. The water is wide, I can't cross over. Neither have I wings to fly. Give me a boat that can carry two. Both shall row, my love and I. Both shall row, my love and I. The Water is Wide. What a great song. An old English folk song, and of course, a lot of other songs have been written around that theme. And not, and of course, didn't your man in the Low Country of Carolina write a book about the water is wide? And anyway, interesting song and just hauntingly beautiful. Great stuff. What about a cherry?
Yep.
Is Josh signed on?
I have not seen Josh signed on.
You know, our son Josh, he's in denial. It's his birthday tomorrow, and we're trying to get him to come to the farm to celebrate his dang birthday. But it's a big one, and so I think he's a little in denial of his birthday. Who knows? But my wife said tonight, before I went on, that we should do this specific song for Josh on his birthday. What you doing there, Mom?
You moved and your head is chopped off.
Yeah, I moved. That's what I do.
Yep. Think I got it.
Here's to Josh on his birthday, the big one. Not the big one, a big one. And what it is my wife and I are going, well, our son was born all those years ago, and I can't believe he's this age. So here we are. And it's, I'm in denial. I'm in denial too. But my son, for my son Josh, on this very night, tomorrow's his birthday, I'll sing this song for him. You know, he don't pay attention to his old dad and mom anymore because he's got a new girlfriend. We just flopping off the back of the wagon. He's moving ahead. It's a good one too, by the way, I think. May God bless and keep you always. May your wishes all come true. May you always do for others and let others do for you. Build a ladder to the stars, climb on every rung, and may you stay forever young. Forever young. Forever young. Don't be like your dad. Stay forever young. May you always be righteous. May you always be true. May you always know the truth and see the light surrounding you. May you be courageous, stand upright, and be strong. And may you stay forever young. Forever young. Forever young. forever young. My old boy worked with me in Charleston, South Carolina at the Ocean Song Cafe. He helped me run that place for a while, and he learned more about his old weary dad than he ever wanted to know. May you always don't make the mistakes that I made and stay forever young. May your hands always be busy. May your feet always be swift. May you have a strong foundation when the winds of changes shift. May your heart be joyful. May your song always be sung. And may you stay forever young. Forever young. Forever young. May you stay forever young. Forever young. Forever young. May you stay forever young. There it is, Buddy Rowe. Forever young, bud. Who knows whether he'll ever hear that, but I sang it for him. One last song before we go, guys. I think we had all the requests, didn't we, Cherry?
Yeah, I think so.
Thank you, friends, for being with us. I will be in Charleston Wednesday night. Tommy Condon's Irish Pub. And my wife put together the graphics for the new CD today, or started the process. And I think we've chosen a good cover photo. And we're going to email it to Greg, the pro photographer, and let him know what we think about it, see what he thinks about it. She's put it into the template to put together the graphic design for the new CD. The new CD is to be called Already Home. Already Home. It's a song I wrote. I should sing it for you. I've done it a couple of times on this program. Already home. Crossing the Mississippi, rolling down through Tennessee. But in my heart, I'm already home. Getting off the road. One of these days, I'll lay my hammer down and how's this lyric go, Cherry? I'll lay my hammer down and unpack this old suitcase one more time. Yeah. I'll work this sandy soil my father gave to me, and this old frickin' highway won't even cross my mind. Yeah. My wife said, "That's a bunch of crap right there." That could happen. My wife said, "You are kidding yourself. You can't get off the road any more than anyway." But anyway, the name of the album is Already Home. And our great friend Greg Knott took photos here on the farm. And it's looking good, Greg. I'm excited about it. My wife put it into the template for the jacket. And I think it's going to be great. Hey, friends, I'll let you know how that happens. I think we'll have hard copies, and we'll give some away here online and do all of those things in the first part of March. The first part of March, I got 16 or 18 or whatever it is shows in the first 17 days of March because it's Patty Day season, and I play the Irish tunes. I said all that to say I am now going to take a break. We always end the program, almost always end the program with a gospel song. I shall sing this one, which was recorded by anyone and everyone, but one of the popular radio versions was by Jim Reeves. Who remembers Jim Reeves? Take the ribbon. What was Jim Reeves? What was his big hit, Cherry? It's not coming to me. Jim Reeves. But this song was written by Thomas A. Dorsey, an old African-American man who took the old blues, black blues, street song rhythms and set gospel and sacred lyrics to them. And he wrote all these great songs. I shall now do a song that was written by Thomas A. Dorsey and done by Jim Reeves and many others. When my way groweth drear, precious Lord, linger near. When my life is almost gone, hear my cry, hear my call, hold my hand, lest I fall. Take my hand, precious Lord, lead me on. Precious Lord, take my hand. I am tired, I am weak, I am tired, I am weak, I am worn. Through the storm, through the night, leading me on to the light. Take my hand, precious Lord, lead me on. When the darkness appears and the night draws near and the day is past and gone, at the river I stand, guiding my feet. Hold my hand, take my hand, precious Lord, lead me on. Precious Lord, take my hand. I am tired, I am weak, I am worn. Through the storm, through the night, leading me on to the light. Take my hand, precious Lord, lead me on. When my work is all done and my race here is run, let me see by the light thou hast shown that fair city so bright, where the Lamb is the light. Take my hand, precious Lord, lead me on. Precious Lord, take my hand. I am tired, I am weak, I am tired, I am weak, I am worn. Through the storm, through the night, lead me on to the light. Precious Lord, take my hand, lead me home. Take my hand, precious Lord, lead me home. Thank you, friends. I almost remember that bridge. If you're in the Charleston area, I'll be there Wednesday night. Other than that, I'll be home a lot this week. Working outside, cutting some firewood. We threw some trees down. I'm taking down a fence line, and I got to do this and that. I'm working on the new gospel album this week in the studio here at the house. Thank you, friends. I'm going to take a break. It's going to be a long one. Have a good week.